Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, September 18, 2022. With today's transits, areas of discontent can be more apparent, and contradictory feelings and desires are likely. There could be tensions, unrest, or even emotional fireworks, particularly in family relationships and partnerships. You may be dealing with impatience or what seems to be bad timing in your interactions. Just for now, you may not be seeing people plainly and situations realistically. It's even more possible that others are not seeing you correctly, and you should try your best not to encourage this, as tempting as it may be to avoid discomfort in the present since it works against you ultimately. Since it's far better to attach yourself to dreams that inspire you than those that let you down, don't be afraid of holes you might see in your current plans and visions. Save important ideas or topics for an easier, more flowing time if you can. Today will not be a good day. While you so often have the greatest sense of hope, you also know the depths of never-ending despair. As the mighty sun stands across from you in the sky in your solar 7th house of partnerships, he will drown beneath the waves of a tragic Neptune orbiting in your solar 1st house of identity, your zodiac sign. Conflicts in relationships are practically guaranteed, and singles must be very careful about who they speak and connect with today. In all honesty, it may be best to chalk today up as a moment for deep reflection rather than interaction. Do you like who you are working with? Professional commitments can bring out another side of you when the Sun in Virgo opposes Neptune retrograde in your sign. Depending on who or what you are dealing with, you might be surprised how much this has changed your professional demeanor. Your identity as a professional could be subjective to the type of working relationships you surround yourself with and what you choose to take on as a responsibility. For better or for worse, you may have a clearer perspective of yourself. Adjust as needed. Today's astral configuration provides guidance for your dreams. It might be a good idea to approach a close friend for a little support and advice. They will likely understand where you are coming from and be able to provide you with some inspiration. Remember to offer what you are asking for. If you need some help with motivation, for example, explain what prompted you to confide in them. This will motivate that person to help you and enable you to get what you want out of the relationship. This is going to be a good day if you take the bull by the horns. Indeed, you will need to get around some obstacles before entering this more favorable phase which the current vibrations have outlined. Everything hinges on the fact that you are a fighter, so the details of daily life have never impeded you from making your projects concrete. You don't get discouraged easily. This is true in your sentimental life as well, where harmony and success will be dominant. A week on from a full moon that saw your personal and relationship needs clash, a clash between the Sun in your relationship sector and Neptune in Pisces is doing it again. However, with some noticeable differences this time. Without the moon, you don't have the emotional fog of war, giving you a clearer sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. However, the biggest difference is that a friendly aspect between Venus on the relationship and forces on the communication front can give this a voice. In a case of perfect timing, just as a clash between the Sun and Neptune is stress testing a balance between your personal and relationship needs, a friendly aspect between Venus on the relationship and the North Node on the communication front can give this a voice. Thanks to the moon's departure from your communication sector yesterday, the communication lines have already been greased. Aspects are slowing down your ability to earn the kind of money you may have become used to and asking you to become more responsible about how you spend your cash. Establish limits so you can save for retirement or other goals. Your house of creativity, family, and fun are affected. If you're having trouble getting motivated, just think about how what you do now will benefit your family in the future. Our eyes in the sky. Today brings some sudden and unexpected surprises that might require a lot of patience. As Venus in Virgo squares the moon, there is a give and take between what you want and what is actually occurring. If you feel the need to stand in your truth, this is when you could meet some opposition. This competing energy doesn't want to budge for anyone's preconceived expectations. However, Mars is going to kick you right out of your comfort zone whether you're ready or not. The Gemini moon helps bring things around by allowing a more analytical approach to everything. Maybe these are the actual changes you need to really step into a more authentic version of yourself after all. Even if you feel a little scattered right now, it doesn't mean that there isn't light at the end of the tunnel. There's a generous amount of Earth energy in the sky as well. This helps on the financial end of matters and deepens your commitment and maturity in this realm of your life. You have to stick with the vision and allow the rest to unfold. Message or phone call from someone dear who lives far away could arrive today. You've been thinking about this person for a while, so don't be surprised if you hear from him or her. You're especially attuned to the thoughts and feelings of others right now. In fact, you may feel especially inspired to work on projects of your own, as ideas are likely to fill your head. Have fun. In the pre-dawn hours, the Gemini moon trines retrograde Mercury in Libra, allowing us to reconcile an emotional issue. Replaying past exchanges and conversations in our heads helps us to appreciate why matters unfolded as they did. Although we may achieve greater personal understanding on a matter, it's best not to attempt to repair or course-correct anything while Mercury is retrograde. The fact that this reevaluation has occurred is the important thing. Before noon, Venus in Virgo squares off with Mars in Gemini, provoking impatience. A helpful connection between the Moon and Uranus can reunite you with your motivation and drive, reigniting some much-needed passion in your heart and mind. Before bed, be sure to journal any emotional or mental breakthroughs you had today so you can relax when it's time to get some rest. This aspect creates difficulties in achieving compromise, and we, therefore, tend to experience its effects in our relationships. Currently, both Venus and Mars are transiting Mercury-ruled signs, signs that overanalyze, signs that get hung up on details, and signs that are answering to retrograde Mercury. Their clash perpetuates conflict in the form of arguments or crossed signals. Neither party feels seen or heard, although if we stop and listen to what the other person is trying to say, we'd probably discover that we want the same things, we just have different approaches to getting there. One positive manifestation of this influence, if channeled appropriately, is powerful sexual tension. Make-up sex may be our reward if we can manage to put aside our differences.